Yeah, the Canucks not off to the start that they wanted, just 2 wins in their first 6 games here in October, and not the start that people in the city expected, especially given that Stanley Cup final run in June. And a lot of the issues from that Stanley Cup final run, especially a lack of stability at goaltending, is rearing its ugly head here early in the season, especially after that 4-0 loss on Tuesday night to the New York Rangers. The Canucks outplayed the Rangers. They outshot them 40-19 on the night, but Roberto Luongo gives up 3 questionable goals on 19 shots. Maybe brings up a goaltending controversy. We'll have to check that out in the coming months. Another issue that Canucks fans have had is the lack of secondary scoring. But Ryan Kesler is back. He returned on Tuesday night against the Rangers. He played 19 minutes and looked pretty good given his first start. Camille Caramelli caught up with number 17 on his return and his impact on the second line.
After having a less than spectacular start to the season, the Canucks got a spark. Ryan Kesler made his return to the ice a couple of weeks earlier than expected and hasn't missed a beat since. But number 17 admits that he needs a bit more work before he'll be back in top form.
A little sore, nothing out of the ordinary though. Normal bumps and bruises. Being 4 or 5 months without playing a game, it was good to get back into one. And I thought I played decent, but there's definitely some improvements I need to make.
The U.S. Olympian has been slotted back into his familiar role as a second-line center, but not everything is as he left it. Cody Hodgson has cracked the top 6 after doing spot duty on the 4th line last year. The 21-year-old Toronto native was shuffled back and forth between the Canucks and the Manitoba Moose, but it seems like his stellar play in the Cup run has solidified him a spot next to Kesler to start the year. It's a move Hodgson believes can only improve his game.
Well, anytime you get to play with a player of his caliber, it really helps. So, I thought we had some pretty good chemistry the other night, and hopefully it continues.
Teammate Kevin Bieksa agrees.
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, he helps our team. He makes our team stronger up front, and who knows? It could be great chemistry between those two. They could be the next Sedin twins.
With Kesler back on the ice, the Canucks' core roster looks closer to being complete. Mason Raymond is the only other key member out of action for the Canucks, and that is due to a fractured vertebrae, and he won't be back until at least halfway through the season. Now, with only one piece of the puzzle missing for the Canucks, they're running out of excuses for giving up games they should be winning. Camille Caramelli in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
Thanks for that, Camille. Over to football. The BC Lions continued their roll over the weekend in the CFL. The Lions won their 8th straight game in Regina, a 29-18 win over the Riders. Arland Bruce, who we talked about on the program last week, had another big game. He just had the one catch, but it was a big one. 72 yards from Travis Lulay. It put the Lions in front early in the 4th quarter, and they never looked back. Another emerging star, Andrew Harris, also had a big game. He had a 42-yard catch and run in the 4th quarter. That pretty much sealed the deal. Lions are now 9-6, tied for first place with Edmonton. They're in Hamilton on Saturday. By the way, the Lions are back at home to Edmonton to face the Eskimos in what could be a first-place battle at BC Place. Also over at BC Place, the Vancouver Whitecaps will play their final regular season game on Saturday. It's against the Colorado Rapids as they wrap up their first season in the MLS. Back to you guys in studio.